issue is very simple. The government has clearly got a plan to re-delimit the constituencies and increase the number of seats in the areas where the ruling party is strong. And they are using women's reservation as an excuse to bring about that change by trying to amend the constitutional amendment that they themselves had brought in 2023 when we had said, let's do women's reservation immediately. So this is like, demonetization. They reduce the value of our currency automatically overnight. This is a political demonetization. What they're doing is they are trying to reduce the value of the parts of the country where they are weak and strengthen the parts of the country where they are strong. Now, all this is politics and we understand that, but the way in which they're doing it is very disappointing. If genuinely this is about Nari Shakti, then what they need to do, very frankly, is to pass Nari Shakti today. We will all support it. And we can have reservations for women in this parliament from the very next election. But if you want to change the entire parliament, if you want to create a new delimitation, you need to take into account very many serious issues. There has to be a full examination of the point of view of all the states, whether it's the small states versus big states, the slower growing population states versus higher growing population states, the states that are contributing more to GDP versus states that are contributing less to GDP. There are so many factors, northeast, east, west, south, all groups have various concerns. You can't just do it by tacking it onto women's reservation. You need a serious discussion. Various formulae need to be suggested. I myself have gone in public suggesting that we should borrow some ideas from the European Union where we can balance the representation more fairly, because it is not just about one person, one vote, the usual principle, which we've all had and we all value it. It is also about India being a union of states and giving respect and value to the states. So all of this is extremely important. A full discussion is required, and I urge the government and the Prime Minister to learn. It looks very clear that they will not get the two-thirds majority they want, because today's vote was a test vote. They are about 40 votes short of a two-thirds majority. So my own conclusion is, after this, they should seriously re-examine the question of how this country should go forward, preserving the unity of the nation, the federal principle, balancing the interests of states, making everyone happy. We have a serious discussion for several days, create a special committee, consult all the chief ministers, consult all the parties, and then come up with a very serious proposal. We would all be interested in that, and I think it's extremely important we do that. Don't hook it on women's reservation. Women's reservation is not a controversial issue. You can have it tomorrow.